Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is our new cookie leader training, and welcome to Cookie Season 2023. I'm Mike Solonia. I am the Director of Product Program, AKA the Cookie Guy here at Girl Scouts of Greater New York. And this is my chance to introduce myself and the team and welcome you to cookies, and also to say thank you so much, because this is my favorite time of year when we sell cookies, and you are the people who deliver the program to the girls. You are our first line of defense. You are our advocates in the field, and we cannot do this without you. And we love this program, and we love the fact that we get to share it with girls. And thank you, thank you, thank you for all that you are going to do for the next 3 or 4 months. We hope it will be a wonderful experience for you. And now to welcome you is also our CEO, Meredith Mascara, who is on with us. Meredith, take it away.
Awesome. Thank you, Mike, and for all the familiar faces out there. So awesome to see you all and to celebrate you tonight. I love these trainings. I love these meetings. I love cookie season. For all of you who are new, oh my God, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for raising your hands and joining us all as we deliver our mission and vision. We're going to make this something you don't regret, because I can only imagine, since the very first day that you told anyone in your circle that you were going to become a volunteer Girl Scout leader, the first question they asked you was, do you have cookies? Right? People think that you walk around with them taped to your body in massive amounts all day long, all year long. So true. You're just supposed to have them, and you get asked that all the time. And so tonight you're going to be provided with all of the answers, so you can answer all of those questions that you get, and you're going to feel totally empowered to be the cookie bosses that you are, and to be able to lead your girls and to answer all of the questions that they have and that their family members have. I totally understand where all of you are sitting tonight. I was there myself as a first-time volunteer here in New York. It feels like it's been about 12 or 15 years now, which is totally possible because my daughter's in college, my oldest daughter. So I think it was 15 years ago, and signed up with Girl Scouts of Greater New York as an excited volunteer and went, shit, I got to get back. I got to sell cookies. Like, we got to sell cookies. Sorry, I know we're being recorded. And was like, how do I wrap my head around that? And I will tell you that at the time I was being trained, we didn't have this incredible staff that you all are getting to meet tonight. So it was very different. And now as coming in, I was a service unit cookie manager. I was the troop cookie person, sat in all of these different positions, and then came into the council as a VP of cookies, and then ended up very humbly as CEO. So cookies are in my heart. It's my passion. I love it. And understand that we want to make it as successful as possible for you and for your girls, and to not like have it be a burden. And these amazing people that you're with tonight are they've spent their entire year making that happen, controlling things that are beyond our control, but still always thinking of every decision that's being made with you all in mind, to make your jobs and your volunteer jobs as easy as possible and as fun, because I think that is the one thing that is the best part of this. When you look back at the end of the season and you see that your girls have accomplished their goals, and that your troop is excited to do what they want to do with their proceeds, and you bonded with all of your other volunteers and leaders, and you're like, we just did that, and realize it can be so much fun. So I know that this team is focused on putting the fun back in cookies, which I don't think makes any sense, but we are going to do that. And feel free to ask all the questions tonight, save them for the end. And just thank you for letting me be here with you and part of this, and take it away, amazing cookie team.
Okay, next slide, please. A couple of housekeeping rules. Please remain muted. Please do not put questions in the chat yet or as we go, because we will have a long Q&A question where I will stay until every question is answered. I will stay until the bitter end. Last year we had 40 minutes of it. Please do not direct message staff members. And the reason for that is other people may have the same exact question that you have. And by asking that question, you're actually doing a service to everyone who's on this call. And please feel free to add whatever pronouns you prefer to your Zoom name, and I will do my best to remember to use them. Okay, next slide, please. We have a packed agenda tonight. Here's what tonight is about. We're going to talk about why we sell cookies. We're going to ask the top cookie questions for 2023. We're going to talk cookies, and I will intro you to the language of cookies with our glossary. We will tell you who's who on this amazing team and at Council. We will talk about the 8 steps to cookie success. We will talk about important cookie forms. We'll give you a crash course in digital cookie if you've never done it before, Digital Cookie 101. We will talk about digital cookie shipping. We'll talk about gift of caring, a Troop Cookie Manager and why you should have one, 2023 Girl Scout rewards, and then the infamous question and answer period. Next slide, please. Okay, why should we sell cookies? Well, we've put together a little video that can explain it better than I ever could. The video, please.
Hello, I'm Lauren, Associate Director of Product Programs. Welcome to Troop Leader Cookie Training. I'm here today to give you an overview of everything a Troop Leader or Troop Cookie Manager needs to know. This course will be broken down into these 2 main topics. Why should we sell cookies, and what do I need to do to get started? Before we dive in, here are some important dates for the season. In mid to late February, digital cookie registration emails will go out to parents and guardians, prompting Girl Scouts to set up their pages. From March 1st to March 31st is the initial order period, and from April 1st to May 14th, digital cookie continues and the post-season begins. Why should we sell cookies? The 2 biggest reasons your troop should participate in the cookie program are financial and experiential. The Girl Scout Cookie Program is, of course, how you raise funds for your troop. For every box of cookies a Girl Scout sells, 80 cents goes directly to your troop. Here's a breakdown of where the proceeds from the cookie program go. Please note all proceeds stay local to New York City. 35% will go directly to the troops. 5% will go to financial assistance to girls to ensure every girl who wants to participate in Girl Scouts is able to. 25% to programs, which includes things like STEM, the Leadership Institute, Highest Awards, and camp programming. 5% to the maintenance of Camp Kaufman, and 30% to services for volunteers and members, which makes sure that when volunteers and parents have questions or need assistance, whether it be with registering for camp or understanding how to facilitate a STEM badge, their call or email gets answered as soon as possible by a knowledgeable member of our team. So, to break it down, if a Girl Scout in your troop sells 125 packages, $100 goes directly to your troop. If 12 Girl Scouts do the same, that's $1,200 for you to put towards whatever activities, items, or experiences your Girl Scouts decide on. Also, fun fact, the average amount of packages girls in our council sold last year was 228. We call that our PGA, per girl average. Additionally, your Girl Scouts earn rewards directly from us, which they'll receive once cookie season is over. But rewards and proceeds aren't the only reasons to sell cookies. An even bigger one is the experience. Selling cookies is a foundational part of Girl Scouting. It's likely the first thing that comes up when your girl tells someone they're a Girl Scout. But cookies is so much more than just a product. Participating in such a beloved program is exciting and exposes girls to new ideas, responsibilities, and skills. The 5 essential skills Girl Scouts learn from the cookie program are goal setting, decision making, money management, people skills, and business ethics. These are learned by the process of selling itself. You can supplement your Girl Scouts cookie program experience by also earning a related badge or pin. We highly recommend it. There are badges for every level. Earning one of these will make the cookie experience richer and even more fulfilling. So, what do you need to do to get started? First of all, give yourself a pat on the back. Facilitating the cookie program for your troop is a big job. We get it. You are doing something amazing. By volunteering your time and effort, you're ensuring your Girl Scouts can participate in the largest girl-led entrepreneurial program in the world. Thank you. Hello, I'm Lauren, Associate Director.
It's a great video, but we don't need to watch it twice.
Apologies.
And the other thing that I wanted to say about those videos is you do not need to try to take notes madly. All of these videos will be up on the website, and we will also send you this training. So relax. There's lots of chances to go back and catch anything you missed. All right, the top cookie questions for 2023 is, why did we move cookie season? What are the dates I need to know? Are we getting the new cookie? Are we doing free shipping? And can I place booth cookies on my initial order? Okay, let's dive right into the big one. Why did we move cookie season 2023? You may not know, first of all, if you're a brandy new leader, that we moved cookie season 2023. We did. Usually it starts in January. This year it starts March 1st. So why the insanity of moving cookie season? Well, in November, we were told that there would be a shortage of cookies, and GSUSA and the councils talked about it. And one of the things that was a huge factor in it was that there would be no shipped cookies on Digital Cookie until February 27th. Now, why that's super important to our council is 84% of our sale is done on Digital Cookie. So that's a huge, huge shift if we had no cookies available. Also, it's not a great customer experience if you order your cookies in January and they don't ship till March 1st, especially in New York City, where you can get Fresh Direct Express and it's there in 2 hours, and you can get Amazon Prime and it's there the next day. We thought that would be an awful customer experience. We also thought that would be a horrible experience for leaders to have to try to explain to customers why. We thought it might affect reorders, and we didn't also want to have girls try to explain it. So for all of those reasons, we chose to move cookie season from the start where we had it, which was, I think, January 4th, to March 1st, so that we could have the best experience that we possibly could do. So that's the short version. I'm sure we'll get into questions about that later. But that's kind of the high level why we did what we did. Next question. Here is the new timeline. So around February 15th, parents will start receiving their Digital Cookie setup emails. March 1st, we start the March Madness of Cookie Sale. Our initial order goes from March 1st to March 31st. And yes, we will be doing free shipping. It is a week-long promotion from March 20th to March 27th. On March 31st, the initial order ends. So part one's over. Girl delivery ends. We'll talk about that later. And the postseason part two begins. This is when booth sales start, and we will have that run straight through to May 14th. Now, Digital Cookie runs from March 1st to May 14th, from the very, very first moment of the sale to the very, very last moment. It is our friend, it is reliable, and it goes the entire time. You can see that the cookie drive-through will be April 15th. And again, we will send all of this out, and all of this information will be on the website. Next slide, please. And here you go if you want to take a screenshot of it. Here are the important cookie dates laid out in another way, depending on how you learn. February 15th, girls can begin setting up their Digital Cookie page. March 1st, Digital Cookie opens for business. March 1st to the 31st, the initial order period and Digital Cookie begins. And we have the girl delivery window. April 1st to May 14th is our postseason. Next slide, please. Yes, we are getting the new cookie, which is a hit nationwide. It is called Raspberry Rally. It is $5 a package. And this is a cookie that is available via shipped only on Digital Cookie. It is not available for girl delivery, and it is not going to be sold in person. So it is a Digital Cookie shipped only option. Next slide. Raspberry Rallies cannot be sold at booth sales. Why? Because this is a new e-commerce initiative from GSUSA. They are trying to see how digital cookie, a shipped only cookie will work. The fun part of it is New York City, as I said before, is 84% shipped cookie. And we were allotted, each council was allotted a number of Raspberry Rallies based on their digital cookie sales. So we have more Raspberry Rallies to sell than anybody else in the entire country. And I think it is safe to say, don't quote me on this, but there will be a time when the only place you can get them is through GSGNY. So that is a big, big thing in our favor. But again, they cannot be sold at booth sales. Next slide, please. Starting in 2023, we will have 10 cookie varieties. There was a nasty rumor a little bit ago that s'mores were going away. They are not going away. We have them back this year. So we have all the cookies you know and love, plus the new Raspberry Rally. Next slide, please. Free shipping, everyone's favorite slide, will be Monday, March 20th through Sunday, March 27th. And that is in the initial order. Next slide, please. In-person cookie orders. We will definitely be taking order cards. We will be having cookie booths. In-person cookie orders are fully back. And yes, you can place booth cookies on your initial order, which is something that we were not encouraging last year, but we absolutely encourage you to put your booth cookies on your initial order. Next slide. Okay, so here's where I have to put on my like school marm. If I wore glasses, I would put them down at my nose. Please do not do the following. It makes life complicated for everybody. Please do not use eBay to sell cookies. This is a bad idea. In the digital age, you will get caught. And then I have to have a really, really nasty conversation with you. Also, I will tell you that one of the people in eBay is a Girl Scout of Greater Utah. So she was the one who pointed out last year. She said, hey, do you know this is happening? And I said, no. And then it became sort of weird for everybody. You may not use paid social media. So no buying Facebook ads, but you can post about it. You just can't buy paid social media. That is against GSUSA's policy. And here's a new and interesting one. Please do not buy cookies from other councils to hold cookie booths before April 5th. This is an awful idea, and I will tell you why. Because you don't get credit for those. You only get credit for the ones that we provide you. So if you buy a box of cookies for $5 and you sell a box of cookies for $5, you make no money. You don't get a rebate on it, and your girls don't get the rewards on it. So it's just kind of an exercise in futility. So don't do that. Wait, have the cookies that we provide you, make all the money on it, and get the rewards. Next slide, please.
All real examples.
All
to be
real
clear.
examples of things that have happened. Okay, it's time for some happy news after that slide. Welcome to our door prize booth in a box. You get all these fabulous things sent to you. Heather Riney, the Associate Director of Product Program and Retail, tell us who has won the first booth in a box.
Our first booth in a box winner is Catherine Dominic.
Hey, yay!
Woo!
Exciting. Shoot Heather a direct message with yay! Yes, I love it. See, happy thing. Make sure you shoot Heather an email or direct message her with your address, and we will get that out to you. And happy booth sale. Also, all of these things are available.
I've put my email in the chat, so.
Did you? Great.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, let's continue. Okay. When I started learning about cookies, it's insane. It is its own language. It is akin to learning high school French. So we have made this video to help you understand speaking cookies. This may be my actual favorite video of all of them because it is the most useful. So here is your intro to French, cookies. Lindsay, take it away.
Sometimes it might seem like we have our own language at the Girl Scouts. This video provides a glossary of commonly used terms that you might not be familiar with. The terms are presented in chronological order in terms of when during cookie season you'll need to know them. You don't have to remember all these terms, as this video will remain on our website for easy reference. GSGNY. This stands for Girl Scouts of Greater New York, the name of our council. GSGNY serves Girl Scouts in the 5 boroughs of New York City. ACH stands for Automated Clearinghouse. It is the safe, secure banking system we use for electronic fund transfers during the cookie program. We need an ACH form in order to sweep your account for money you've collected from customers and to provide your rebate. Rebate, the money your troop earns from the cookie program. 80 cents per package of cookies sold. WooFoo, the name of a website we often use to create forms. We might say, I'll send you the WooFoo. The initial order period is a specific period of time at the beginning of cookie season when Girl Scouts collect cookie orders from customers. These cookie orders are then delivered to the Girl Scouts and then the customers at a later date. This year, the initial order period is from March 1st to March 31st. Post-season is a period of time after the initial order period has ended, but cookies are still being sold. Girl Scouts can sell cookies during the post-season using Digital Cookie, the Goal Getter card, and booth sales. The post-season this year is from April 1st to May 14th. Digital Cookie and eBuddy are the 2 software systems we use for the cookie program. Digital Cookie is the website where Girl Scouts can sell cookies directly to customers. eBuddy is a behind-the-scenes website used by troop leaders, cookie managers, and Girl Scout staff to complete the business portion of the sale. The cookie drive-thru. No, not like that. This is the cookie drive-thru. On Saturday, April 15th, trucks will deliver cookies to a predetermined location, such as a church or school parking lot, where troop leaders and cookie managers can pick up the initial order cookies for their troops. There will be locations in the Bronx, Queens, Staten Island, and Brooklyn. These cookies will then be distributed to the Girl Scouts in their troop, who will then deliver them safely to their customers. Home delivery is the other way troop leaders and cookie managers can receive their initial order cookies. These cookies are delivered directly to their residence or to a predetermined location like a church, school, or meeting site. This option is available for troops with a minimum order of 80 cases. Troops may combine orders to reach this minimum. Cookies in hand. This is a phrase used once Girl Scouts receive cookies from either a home delivery or a cookie drive-thru and begin selling them directly to their customers. Cookie cupboard. These are local homes or locations throughout New York City where extra cookies are stored. Troop leaders or parents can pick up cookies from a cupboard if they need more, in order to hold a booth sale, for instance. The cupboard is run by a cookie cupboard manager, a wonderful volunteer who has given up space in her home for this purpose. Gift of Caring, the council-wide service project where customers can purchase cookies for a charitable cause. In the past, our Gift of Caring partners have included the U.S. military, local food banks, and New York health and hospitals. Each year, GSGNY selects our Gift of Caring partners. Allocate. This is the method by which you give a Girl Scout credit for the cookies she has sold. You do this on eBuddy. It is important to allocate cookies throughout the program because this is how Girl Scouts earn rewards. It's okay if you have questions about how to allocate. We'll release a whole video about this later in the season. Rewards. Rewards are the prizes a Girl Scout earns for selling cookies. They are listed on the rewards panel, shown here. And that's it. Thanks for watching.
Next. Oh, yes. Okay, we've moved to the next slide. The other part that is very important to know is, who do I ask about all of my questions? I am super lucky. I have the best team ever. And now you get to meet them.
So, your girl joined Girl Scouts. She's excited to start selling cookies, and you're excited to support her. But you may be wondering, who are the people who will help you along the way? This video is a guide to who's who in the world of cookies. The first person is, of course, your Girl Scouts troop leader. This awesome, dedicated volunteer leads the troop and organizes programming, activities, and runs the meetings. They do much more than that as well. Your troop may also have a troop cookie manager. This person is another volunteer who has agreed to take on the responsibilities of cookie season so that your troop leader has more time to run the meetings. They may be the parent or guardian of another Girl Scout in the troop. Troop cookie managers and troop leaders make an awesome team. Then there's your service unit cookie manager. This magical volunteer has taken on the responsibility of managing the cookie program not just for one troop, but for an entire service unit, which basically means a geographical area. Your service unit cookie manager is very experienced in the world of cookies and will know the answer to many questions. By the way, if you're a troop leader and you're looking for your service unit cookie manager's contact info, it's on your eBuddy dashboard, circled here. In addition to this network of incredible volunteers, we have staff members at Girl Scouts of Greater New York who are here to help. First, we have Heather Riney, the Associate Director of Product Programs and Retail. She handles all of the logistics for the cookie program and works with service unit cookie managers, cupboard managers, delivery agents, and the bakery. She makes sure cookie and reward orders are placed and cookies are where they need to be. She also deals with the ACHs. We'll have a video all about what that means later on. Lauren O'Connell is the Associate Director of Product Programs. That's me. I lead the girl-focused aspects of the cookie program. I handle parent and volunteer training, event production, cookie-focused programming like the Cookie Executive Committee, and work collaboratively with marketing and communications, volunteer support, advancement, and other departments as needed. Michael Solonia is the Director of Product Programs. He's the cookie boss. He manages all aspects of the cookie program from budgets to marketing to strategy to booths to gift of caring. He also coordinates cross-departmental collaboration and reports to the executive team. Lindsay Cosgrove is our Chief Strategy Officer. She leads the product program and marketing and communications teams. She is responsible for assisting our CEO with developing, communicating, executing, and sustaining strategic initiatives. Meredith Mascara is our CEO. Before she was CEO, Meredith ran the cookie program at our council. She is the founder of the Cookie Executive Committee here in New York City. She is responsible for steering the whole Girl Scouts of Greater New York ship. We have some additional important members of our team as well, including Sylvia Cho Yu. Sylvia is our digital cookie and cookie experience expert. She provides support in all things digital cookie, handles emails elevated to the cookie team from customer care, and provides one-on-one advice during the post-sale as our resident cookie coach. Sylvia is a longtime troop leader and service unit manager who brings her years of volunteer experience to the team. And finally, Corey Keene. She's our product programs consultant and data manager. Her duties include, but are not limited to, the setup and support of our software programs, including eBuddy and Digital Cookie. So now you know. That's who's who for the cookie program at Girl Scouts of Greater New York. Thanks for watching.
And yes, sometimes I do dress up like a dolphin. You know, or the
I don't think
mascot.
we've fully explained why. Perhaps you just want to mention why.
Maybe why you're wondering why I dressed
Yeah.
up like a dolphin. The mascot this year is a dolphin. Her name is Coral. We love her. And, you know, any chance to put on a costume. Okay, now an in-depth look at 8 steps to success in cookies with Cookies 201.
Now let's take a look at what you need to do to get started this cookie season. FYI, all of the links and forms mentioned in this video can be found on our website at girlscoutsnyc.org/cookies. Number 1, attend a troop leader training. And the good news is, you're already doing this right now. Number 2, distribute order cards. Your service unit cookie manager will receive your order cards from council and will then arrange a delivery with you. You'll then distribute the order cards to the Girl Scouts in your troop in whatever way works best for you. In case you don't know, your service unit cookie manager is an amazing volunteer who has taken on the responsibility of managing the cookie program in your area. The order card is a hard copy card Girl Scouts can use to take cookie orders. Number 3, run a cookie program family meeting. You should host a meeting for your troop and their parents/guardians to discuss cookie season. This year, you can host the meeting virtually or in person, depending on what works best for your troop. There are in-depth guides to running this meeting located on our website, in the cookie section, and in the VTK. But the basic overview is this. You should set a troop cookie goal, discuss the cookie season dates, go over the order card, talk about and encourage digital cookie, and review safety tips for selling in person and online. Digital Cookie, by the way, is the website Girl Scouts use to sell cookies. We'll release another video all about this. Even if your troop is full of experienced cookie sellers, it'll be good to go over what's new and different this year. Number 4, fill out the Troop Cookie Manager Agreement Form. The Troop Cookie Manager Agreement Form acknowledges the responsibilities and standards you must adhere to as Troop Cookie Manager. Once you fill it out, you'll have access to complete Step 5. Remember, no Troop Cookie Manager Agreement Form, no eBuddy access. Number 5, log into eBuddy. eBuddy is the magical website where you'll take care of all cookie-related business. It's where you'll enter your Girl Scouts cookie orders, track your troop's cookie goal progress, sign up for a cookie delivery slot, deal with cookie booths, and more. In February, you'll receive an email prompting you to log in. Once you've set your password and are in, go to the Girls tab and make sure all of your Girl Scouts are listed. They should automatically already be in there, but if any are missing, take note and fill out the Add a Girl to eBuddy Woofu form. Also, please make sure the Girl Scout is in fact registered. Number 6, make sure you have a valid ACH form on file with Council. ACH stands for Automated Clearinghouse. It is the safe, secure banking system we use for electronic fund transfers during the cookie program. You will need to fill out the 2023 Girl Scout Cookie Program ACH Debit Authorization Form. It can be found on our website here. Once the form is filled out, email it back to us along with a picture of a voided check that clearly shows your account and routing number. Every troop must fill out the form this year, even if you've done it in the past. Number 7, create your troop digital cookie page. In addition to all of your Girl Scouts having their own digital cookie pages, the troop itself will have a digital cookie page. This year, when people Google where to buy Girl Scout cookies, they'll be directed to a girlscouts.org page prompting them to enter their zip code. They'll be directed to the troop digital cookie page of whatever troop is closest to them. This is a great way to add sales to your troop with minimal effort on your part. We'll have more information about how to set up your troop digital cookie page later, but rest assured it will be a quick and easy process. Number 8, fill out your optional cookie forms. These include the troop delivery form and the rewards opt-out form. The troop delivery form is what you fill out if you are arranging a home delivery for your troop. The rewards opt-out form is what you fill out if your troop decides it would rather not receive cookie rewards, but would instead like to receive an additional 5 cents per package of cookies sold. This option is only available to cadet, senior, and ambassador troops. The form will be emailed out and available in eBuddy and on our website. How are you doing? Get yourself a cup of tea, glass of wine, piece of cake, or whatever your favorite treat is. You've earned it. You made it through Cookies 201, getting started with cookie season. We'll talk about what happens once the initial order period is over in a later video. Here's a brief recap of everything we talked about today. Thank you again for all that you do to support Girl Scouting in New York City.
You have indeed all passed Cookies 201, a college level course crammed into 8 minutes. So there's a lot of information. That is a super dense video. Congratulations, you all pass, and no pop quizzes. Heather, I believe this is you.
This is me. So just to go over the important cookie forms, which were talked about in the video, the Troop Cookie Manager Agreement, As was mentioned, eBuddy access will not be granted until this is filled out. So troop leaders and troop cookie managers who would like access to eBuddy and Digital Cookie should complete that form. It is what we will use to upload you into the systems. The ACH form, make sure that you're using the Cookie Season 2023 ACH form. This is what will give us the authorization to either debit or credit your troop account for any money that you owe for cookies or any money that is owed back to the troop. The Girl Scout permission slip, you'll distribute these to the parents and caregivers of the Girl Scouts in your troop, and then these will come back and stay with you. We don't need to see those. And then forms if needed, the Add a Girl Scout to eBuddy form. So if you are missing girls in the troop, and you've made sure that they are registered, go ahead and fill that form out and we will get them uploaded into the system. The home delivery form, if you have 80 cases or more and would like your cookies delivered to your home, your meeting site, another person in the troop's home, you'll want to fill that out. Even if you're not sure if you're going to hit that 80 case minimum, go ahead and fill it out. And then if you are under the minimum, we can either route you to the drive-through or pair you up with another troop in your service unit. But that way, all the information is already in the system so that if you do hit that 80 case minimum, you'll be all ready to go. And then the rewards opt-out form, which is for the cadet, senior, and ambassador troops. If the girls choose to opt out of rewards for an additional 5 cents per package in troop proceeds, it does need to be unanimous among the troop. And that form just gets filled out and sent back in, and we'll check it off at eBuddy for the troop.
Thank you so much. Heather is the master of all forms here at GSGNY. Oh, Heather,
This is still
while we have you here, tell us the top 5 things that you can do in eBuddy.
So you want to make sure that you enter your address information and phone number, all the ways that we have to contact you. Because when we do need to reach out, we usually go to eBuddy first to try to reach out to the leaders and troop cookie managers. Check to make sure that the troop age level is correct in eBuddy. This is really important because it does filter over into Digital Cookie, and it will affect what information and what badges the girls will see in Digital Cookie. So as they're working on their cookie program, they'll can earn some badges. So they want to make sure that they're working towards the right level. Enter your bank account information. And when you go to do that, you will see that there is a line that says bank name. This should be the name on your troop account, not the actual name of the bank where your account is. So like for mine, it would be Girl Scout Troop 3401. Add any additional users to eBuddy, and then check to make sure that all your girls are there.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Next slide, please.
Before we move on from this topic, I feel like it's important to say that someone asked a question about wine pairings in the chat, and most of this cookie team would happily stop this training right now and talk about nothing else for the next hour.
It's
So
true.
we're going to go on with the planned program regardless.
Meredith and I did drop 2 different wines out if you'd like to scroll back up. Let's talk about virtual troops. If we have any virtual troop leaders. When we talk about virtual troops, we are talking about troops that are just meeting virtually as solely as virtual troops, not sort of what we consider traditional troops that sometimes meet virtually. So in order for a virtual troop, and I'm going to call them sort of virtual only, to sell cookies, the leader must fill out the Troop Cookie Manager agreement so they still have access to eBuddy and Digital Cookie. The leader then completes the Cookie Season 2023 Virtual Troop Enrollment form. And once we have both forms completed, we will add the girls to eBuddy and Digital Cookie. Girls will sell through the Digital Cookie platform with the ship-only option. They cannot do in-person sales or girl delivery. And the cookie rewards will be mailed out at the end of the season by the GSGNY staff directly to the girls. So that's the whole scoop on virtual troops. Next slide, please.
Just a reminder for folks, we're going to answer all the questions at the end. We can see your excellent questions in the chat.
Yes. Okay. Now here is everything you could possibly want to know about Digital Cookie in one of our videos.
Hello again, and welcome to Digital Cookie 101. This video will give you an overview of what Digital Cookie is, what makes it so great, and how to use it. If you don't already know, Digital Cookie is the website Girl Scouts use to sell cookies. All registered Girl Scouts are given access to their own Digital Cookie page with their own unique URL they can send out to their customers. Your Girl Scout should definitely use Digital Cookie as part of her cookie program, and here's why. Reason number 1, it's easy. In mid to late February, you'll receive an email prompting you to get started. From there, all you need to do is register, set up your site, invite your customers, and track your sales. It's so easy that Girl Scouts over 13 can do it on their own. Reason number 2, skills. We all know the cookie program teaches Girl Scouts important skills, and Digital Cookie expands on them. As the world moves ever more towards doing business virtually, running her own online cookie business and learning to market it digitally are valuable experiences that will prepare your Girl Scout for the future. Reason number 3, success. Girl Scouts who use Digital Cookie sell between 25 to 50% more cookies than Girl Scouts who don't. That's more funds for your Girl Scouts troop, more rewards for your Girl Scout, and more cookies for your friends and family. So, how does Digital Cookie work? Shipped versus girl delivery. When your customer purchases cookies, they'll be given an option to choose shipped or girl delivery. If they choose shipped cookies, they will get their cookies quickly, usually within a week or 2 of purchase, but they'll have to pay a shipping fee. Shipped cookies are the easiest, most convenient, and fastest option for both you and your customer. If they choose girl delivery, that means the cookies will not be shipped to them. Rather, they will be delivered by your Girl Scout and you at a later date. There is no shipping charge for girl delivery, but the customer will have to wait longer to receive the cookies. Every time a customer chooses the girl delivery option, you will receive an email asking you to confirm or deny their order. This is because we don't want you to have to deliver cookies to someone you don't know or who lives too far away from you. Please note that the girl delivery option is only available for customers during the initial order period from March 1st to March 31st. After that, it goes away and shipped is the only option. We're now going to do a deep dive into the process of approving or denying an order for girl delivery. So, your customer has chosen girl delivery. This is the screen they will see when they go to checkout. They'll see this message which says, "Getting your order delivered by this Girl Scout requires approval by her parent. If your order is not approved, what would you like to do?" The customer must then choose one of 2 options as a backup in case you do not approve the girl delivery order. The options are donate your cookie order to Gift of Caring or cancel your cookie order. If they choose to donate to Gift of Caring, they will not receive the cookies, but they will still be charged, and your Girl Scout will still receive credit for the order. If they choose to cancel the order, they will not receive cookies, they will not be charged, and your Girl Scout will not receive credit. Here's what it looks like on your end when a customer chooses girl delivery. The first thing that happens is you'll receive this email, which states you have 5 days to approve the order. You'll then be prompted to log in to Digital Cookie. Once you've logged in, click on the Orders tab to see which orders are pending your approval. Here you'll see the Digital Cookie Orders to Deliver section. On this page, you can see all of the info about these orders, including who bought them, where they can be delivered to, and how many days you have left to approve the order. When deciding whether to approve or decline the order, consider the following. Is the customer someone you know and trust? Are you willing and able to deliver cookies to them? If so, approve the order. If not, decline it. To make this decision, click the box next to the order number and then click Approve or Decline. Your decision is final. Once you choose Approve or Decline, there's no way to change it. If you exceed the 5-day deadline, the order will be automatically declined. Now, all you have to do is wait for the cookies to arrive and deliver them to the customer. You'll receive all of the cookies you need to deliver in the middle of April. This includes your approved Digital Cookie girl delivery orders and your order card orders. Your troop leader will arrange to get the cookies to you. That's it for Digital Cookie 101. Thanks for watching.
And if you need digital cookie help or tech support, please email us at digitalcookies@girlscoutsnyc.org, and we will get back to you as soon as we possibly can. Next slide, please. Lindsay?
I did. Yeah, it's there.
There you go. Okay, so this is a super important slide. It is not as ominous as it looks, but it is important. Important information about girl delivery. The girl delivery option is on by default when cookie season begins. You must decide if your troop wants to participate in girl delivery. Then communicate that decision to the parents or guardians of your Girl Scouts. To turn off girl delivery for your troop, email council at digitalcookie@girlscoutsnyc.org, and we will absolutely turn it off for you. Unfortunately, troop leaders cannot turn it off by themselves. That is a functionality of eBuddy. Parents and guardians can turn girl delivery back on even if we turn it off. This is where it gets a little muddy and tricky. If any Girl Scout in your troop accepts any girl delivery order, someone from your troop must pick up the girl delivery order from the cookie drive-thru on April 15th. Or your troop must qualify for a home delivery, meaning you've sold 80 plus cases or have paired up with another troop to reach that amount. That is, again, not something that we can turn off for you. Next slide. Girl delivery orders are sent to us in full cases, meaning that the orders are rounded up to create full cases of 12 packages. Someone asked this question just now, and I'm going to address it. There are 12 packages in a case. So 12 boxes, even though we don't use that word, in a case. So again, eBuddy automatically rounds up. Your troop is financially responsible for the extra packages this may include. So here's an example. Judy, who is a Girl Scout, Judy's troop turned off girl delivery, but her mom turned it back on. She then accepted one girl delivery order from her neighbor. The order was for 2 packages of Samoas, 3 packages of Thin Mints, and 1 package of Josie Doughs. Because it is a girl delivery order and must be rounded up to create full cases, the troop will be receiving 12 Samoas, 12 Thin Mints, 12 Josie Doughs, 36 packages in total. The troop will give Judy what her customer ordered, which is the 2 packages of Samoas, the 3 packages of Thin Mints, and 1 package of Josie Doughs. And the troop will have an extra 30 packages to sell. So 30 times $4.20 equals 126. The troop bank account will be swept for the 126 at the initial order sweep. So you are fiscally responsible for those extra cases, which is why we want to make sure that you communicate to your parents, do not turn on girl delivery unless you as a troop have decided to do that. Because we don't want you to be on the line. We don't want the troop to be fiscally responsible for all those extras if one person decides to go rogue. And unfortunately, there's nothing we can do in eBuddy to help you. Right? It's not something that we can control. It's something that is a functionality that is built in to that software. Hopefully, when we migrate to the new system, that will be something that we will have a little bit more control over, but unfortunately, we don't at this time. And I don't want anyone to be on the line and lose money because one person went rogue on girl delivery. Okay, next slide. Digital cookie shipping. The good news is that the 2023 digital cookie shipping rates are the same as 2022. Bad news is that those rates are not great. Here's the shipping. Between 4 and 8 packages is $12.99. Between 9 and 12 packages is $14.99. At more than 12 packages, the cost resets. So someone with 13 packages would pay the $14.99 plus the $12.99 rate. We would like to let out a little groan. I understand that is absolutely awful. And we understand it, which brings us to our next slide. And Lindsay Cosgrove.
Oh, thanks so much. We wish the shipping rates were better too. They are completely out of our hands, unfortunately, and negotiated at the national level. So a couple of years ago, when the world changed, we started a new habit, which is to offer a free shipping period. It has a couple of functions to hopefully to drive sales for your Girl Scouts and give them a marketing tool that they can use, and also, you know, to avoid what have now been ever increasing shipping rates the rest of the season. The thing that we'd love for you to know about this is that free shipping is never free. As you know, probably nothing that's free is ever free. The council is subsidizing shipping for your customers during that period. We budget money to do that. Hundreds of thousands of dollars we will spend on subsidizing shipping. And we are happy to do it because it drives sales and it makes the program better. It modernizes the program for customers and Girl Scouts. So we are thrilled to do it. But we did want you to know that this is an investment we make in the program and in you all and in your Girl Scouts. And the other thing we want you to know is very creative people out there can think of a couple of ways to take advantage of free shipping, placing large orders, things like that, placing multiple orders. I don't need to make a list for you. We've been able to continue to offer free shipping, I think, since 2020. I think this is our third year of having free shipping periods because people have been so cool about not taking advantage of it. Almost zero problems with offering free shipping. But if for some reason it is, you know, exploited in a way that just makes it completely financially irresponsible for us to offer this, we will have to stop doing it. But we are very hopeful that that will never happen because we've had such amazing participation and cooperation from all of you and all of your customers and all that stuff. So I mentioned that just to say, as long as everyone stays cool, we would love to do this as long as we can. But if for any reason weird things happen, we can see really large orders. We can see people trying to kind of move cookies around in a way that was not the intention for free shipping. If that happens, then we'll have to reevaluate. So that's my news for you, but we can't wait for free shipping. It's a really exciting week for everyone. We hope you use it as the kind of galvanizing sales and marketing tool that it's meant to, so your customers can have a great experience and your Girl Scouts can get excited. Is that good, Mike?
Thank you so much. And I did want to point out one thing. You will see that the minimum package count is 5 and the maximum package is 12. We looked at the data and we discovered that the average order, even in free shipping, was between 8 and 10 packages. Now, I want to say that if your Aunt Esther, who is a huge fan of Thin Mints, decides that she needs 24 packages, she 100% can place 2 orders for 12 each. And that is something that we encourage. It is not limited to per girl. It's not like you get 12 packages. You may place multiple orders. This was designed to thwart people who are putting really large orders in on free shipping. So it's, again, it's aimed for the customer, and we want, if they want to place multiple orders because they love it and your girl, you know, they're going to order 36 packages from your girl, that's fine. They just have to do it 3 times.
And all varieties will be on free shipping, including Raspberry Rally.
We will go back and talk about, we'll go back to that slide for you. Okay, the Cookie Connector Map, Troop Link Edition. This was actually a suggestion from a troop leader from last year who said, why can we not have troop sales during the initial order? And there, we thought about it and we said, we should be using the troop links. This is a way for us to drive customers to you without you having to do a single thing. This is the first year we're doing it for troop links. The troop links will be on the map, the Cookie Connector Map, which is on the Girl Scouts of Greater New York website, and they will go from March 1st to March 31st. You don't have to do anything but set up your troop link. That is it. We will do all of it on the back end for you, and your troop will be on there. And if someone clicks in and says, let's say my zip code, which is 10036, whichever troop is nearest to me, if I want to buy cookies, that will come up on the cookie map and I can buy cookies from them. This map will then switch over to the Girl Scouts individual links on April 1st, and they will go through April 1st to March 14th. So we're doing the first part will be troops, and the second part will be girls. And the reason that we do that is because we do not want girl links to be available with girl delivery. We felt like it was a safety thing. We don't want strangers knowing where Girl Scouts can be found or having direct contact with them. So this is just a way of us trying to give you a couple extra sales. So set up those troop links. Next slide, please.
If you just heard Mike's address, yes, he lives in Times Square, and yes, that's weird.
It's true. It's very weird. Fun most of the time. Okay, gift of caring. Lauren O'Connell, take it away.
Sure. So, as we discussed in our amazing glossary video, Gift of Caring is the program by which we donate cookies that customers buy to a partner organization. And last year in 2022, we partnered with food banks in New York City. And so here's a list of all of the food banks that we delivered cookies to. I think most, if not all of these food banks and places were suggested to us by troop leaders who reached out and said, hey, there's this great food pantry in my neighborhood. They do great work and they have some cookies. And we said, yes, absolutely. And so we really enjoyed being able to give all these great places cookies. And this year, we are going to be announcing who our Gift of Caring partner will be a little later on in cookie season.
Thank you so much. Next slide, please. Again, time for a door prize. Heather Riney, who's getting Booth in a Box number 2.
I've been waiting for this one, waiting for this slide. So our second Booth in a Box winner tonight is Judith Milham.
Judith, yay!
Yay!
Woohoo! Okay, next slide. Why should I have a troop cookie manager? So GSUSA did a little research, and they said that the average troop leader in the US spends 20 hours a week on her Girl Scout troop. Now, we know that that is a little low, and I know that all of you spend more time on that. But that number doubles when we get to cookie season. So it's basically divide and conquer. If you have a troop cookie manager, they can do all the logistics of eBuddy and taking care of all of the orders and answering all of those questions while you focus on the programmatic side of it. So you're not having to do double duty. So because 40 hours a week is a full-time job, and I don't know about you, but I don't have 40 hours a week to devote to anything that isn't my job. So it's just a recommendation. You don't have to have one, but it is a good thing to do. Next slide, please. Lauren, tell us about rewards, including this gorgeous hoodie.
So the 2023 Cookie Rewards are really cool. I showcased them to some of the Girl Scouts on our Cookie Executive Committee at a virtual meeting a little bit ago, and they were all very excited about them. They thought they looked really great. I believe a couple girls said that they're the best cookie rewards ever. Right, Miss Lindsay? I feel like that happened. So very exciting. They are robust. There's really cool things at each level. We are continuing the trend of having the rewards be more eco-friendly and sustainable. That is a move that our bakery and vendor partners have made to just make both the packaging and the rewards themselves less like plasticky and more environmentally friendly. We do have some neat troop Gift of Caring rewards, which are rewards that you as leaders will get if your troop reaches those goals. So just be on the lookout for those. There's a patch and a really cool Girl Scouts tumbler for your coffee. And also, I think at 500 packages, there's 2 adult Girl Scout memberships. So another great reason to support the Gift of Caring program. The first level will be 25 packages, which is a great lower level. We hope that every Girl Scout selling cookies can achieve at least that 25 package reward. Also, please enter all of your Girl Scouts t-shirt sizes into eBuddy. It's very important for when we are getting all the reward information together at the end of the sale, so that they can get this amazing hoodie, which we see on the screen, which is at 250 packages. It's really important for us to have all of the sizes so that we're not spending time, reaching out for hundreds of missing t-shirt sizes when we're just trying to finalize the rewards. So please don't leave that blank. Please fill it out. Thank you.
Okay, next slide, please. If you would like to join us for any of the upcoming cookie trainings, please do. Lauren, why don't you tell us about the upcoming cookie training?
Sure. So we have a Troop Leader cookie training on February 7th. And so that will be very similar to the training we're having tonight, but it's just for leaders that are maybe more familiar with cookie season, have been through it before. They'll just maybe go a little faster. So if you're attending this training tonight, you probably don't need to go to that one, but if you want to hear all the same information again, feel free to join us. February 9th, we have a training for parents and guardians of Girl Scouts. And so we would really love you to encourage parents and guardians of the Girl Scouts in your troop to attend that. There's some special info that they need in particular that is not doesn't pertain to the leaders. So please ask them to come. That will make cookie season easier for everyone. And then on February 13th, we have girl-led cookie training. So that is a training for Girl Scouts by Girl Scouts. And it's being led by a couple members of the executive committee. It's going to be great. Last year was our first time ever that we ran this training. So this is the second year, and it's going to be even bigger and better. So please encourage your Girl Scouts to come to that, to get them very excited for the upcoming cookie season.
Lauren is underselling the girl-led training. It's
so
like
cool.
the best day of the year. Everyone should come and check it out. It's great. Great fun.
And tell all your girls about it.
Oh,
A watch
You're having
party.
a watch party?
Amanda.
I love
Amanda,
that.
that
Oh
just
my
made like my heart
goodness.
grow 3 sizes here.
I think we have to encourage everyone to have watch parties. You guys.
How
Everybody have a
cool is
watch
that?
party. Oh, thanks,
Watch
Debbie.
party. Yay.
Now I'm like, do we have a budget to like mail everyone popcorn? Probably not, right?
my
Probably not. We probably
No,
can't do that.
stop spending
I
money.
would love to.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Guess what it's time for.
Okay, next slide, please. All right, time for the infamous Q&A. Let me have a long sip of my tea, and then we'll get right to it.
Have you logged questions as you often do?
I have a couple. One of which I think I know the answer to, but I'm going to be corrected by like 4 people on my team.
Okay.
Which is, are your previous credentials good? And I don't believe so. I think you have to register anew. Is that correct?
Are they talking about eBuddy or Digital Cookie or both?
Digital cookie, I think, was the question. Why don't you talk about, Mike, what carries over from digital cookie from year to year, just because I'm sure that's something that would be helpful.
So I believe the customers carry over. There will be a record of your customers, but I believe the login has to be created anew on whatever they will send you a new email, and you have to re-sign up for that.
Yeah, they'll get a new email. I think the girls' URLs carries from year to year,
Mhm.
if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken, but they do have to be added each year and accept that or click on that registration email that they get.
Great. The other question that I logged was, when will we get access to eBuddy once we send in our Troop Cookie Manager agreement? We are already collecting those, and I believe it's February 13th is when you will be able to access eBuddy. Corey Keene, correct me if I'm wrong on that. All right,
February 13th is correct.
Yay! I love it when I get things right. Makes me look good.
Alrighty.
Okay,
Hey,
now I
Miss
have not been. So now,
Okay.
Lindsay, I am throw me questions, and
I got
I will
you.
answer
Well,
them
the
like
first
we're on
one's for-
password.
The first one's for Miss Lauren, actually. Miss Lauren, how long is the girl-led cookie training? Will our daisies make it through? That's a
Oh
question.
boy. I have it scheduled to be 1 hour and 15 minutes. So from 6 to 7:15. Can daisies make it?
It's lively though. I mean, there's girls live narrating it. There's videos within it. There's Girl Scouts. Are there Girl Scouts that are cartoons this year?
No.
No. Okay. It's going to be a little bit like the way that we talked to you today, and then we watched some videos, and it's a little bit like this. So there's frequent change from like an attention perspective. I feel like.
It'll probably end up only being an hour, really, I think.
Right. Is there a
Thank you.
dance break in the middle where we get our wiggles
Oh, there
out?
could be.
Okay. I'm ready.
All right. We have a couple of requests to go over things again. So
Sure.
I'm trying to like look through and see what we want to go over again. We just talked about eBuddy access. That was something that came up. I think we could take a minute and talk about shipping rates.
Sure.
and
Let's
how
go
that
back to the
works.
shipping rate slide.
Yeah, just a second. I'll pull that up. The shipping rates will obviously be very visible to you and your customer as soon as Digital Cookie is open. Sorry, I'm just looking for the right slide. There it is.
So here are again, the 2023 digital cookie shipping rates. 4 to 8 packages are $12.99. 9 to 12 packages are $14.99. At more than 12 packages, the cost resets. So someone with 13 packages would pay the $14.99 plus the $12.99 rate.
We don't like it either.
We don't.
All right. How do we order? So can you go over how you get cookies, the couple of ways that you can get cookies to have a booth? How you get cookies for a booth?
Sure, you absolutely can. I will absolutely go over that. Number one, you can put them on your initial order. There is a line called booth cookies, and you can say how many you want. Or you can go to a cookie cupboard, and we'll give you a list of all of those. We're still TBA on the Manhattan cupboard, but there's one in every borough, and you can take out cookies. All cookies that are given are on credit, and you pay for them at the end when we sweep you. So those are the two methods. You can go to a booth, you can go to a cupboard, or you can put them on your initial order.
Great. I think that answers a question someone had about the way money works with booth cookies, but if it didn't, Jenny, please just drop your question in the chat again, and we'll answer it in a more nuanced way. So we have a volunteer who is a new leader, but for an established troop. And the question is, does she need to turn in a troop cookie manager agreement?
Yes, she does.
Yes. And does somebody from each troop need to do that each year?
They do. And if someone could drop that in the chat, that would be great. We'll drop that so you have it easy access.
All the forms and videos and links and everything you possibly need are all in the same place on our website. So that should answer that for everybody. Can an individual Girl Scout do a booth on her own?
Absolutely. We like to call that a lemonade stand. What you would do is just talk to your troop leader, who then can arrange to get those cookies from a cookie cupboard, because chances are you're not going to want a huge amount to put on your initial order. So I would say wait until cookie cupboards open on April 5th and talk to your troop leader, who will arrange that with the cupboard manager. And we'll release a video very, very soon. We're putting the finishing touches on booths.
Do you have to update eBuddy with girl information before digital cookie emails go out? So what triggers or what provides the email address for digital cookie emails?
That is the email that is in Salesforce. So whatever you are registered in Salesforce, that is where that email is going to go. So no, you do not personally have to update eBuddy with that. It comes from GSUSA.
I guess would they want to check their troop roster to make sure it's accurate? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So if Salesforce is wrong, we can't help you.
Correct.
That's what I'm saying. Cool. Could you really quickly, and this is in a video, but really quickly go over the difference between eBuddy and digital cookie again?
Absolutely. eBuddy is behind the scenes. Think of that as kind of like the behind the scenes software. Digital cookie is customer facing. So digital cookie is something that the public uses to order cookies. eBuddy is what we do business with. So that's, if you think about it as eBuddy is troop leaders and staff, digital cookie is girls, parents, and customers.
And troops for the troop link, I guess, right?
Mhm.
You set that up into the cookie too. All right. This is a good question because the season moved. If I filled out my ACH in November 2022, do I need to fill it out again?
No, we have that on file. And I mean, you can always check with us if you want to make sure, but we should have that on file.
All right. Sorry. Scrolling. I'm scrolling. How long does it take for how long? All right. How long does it take since a parent if the parent emails the council to turn off girl delivery until it's actually turned off? So what's the process of that? How long does it take?
So the parent does not do that. The troop leader turns it off. And so the troop leader will email Digital Cookie, and we do them as fast as we get them. It's a kind of on a rolling thing. So it might be that usually it's within the day, I want to say. Certainly no later than the next day. It's within 24 hours.
Business days.
Yes. So if you
Right.
email us
Yeah.
on like Friday at 5, we might not get to it till like Monday at 3, but
Yeah.
we will turn it off as soon as possible.
All right. Are you allowed to do both booth sales and digital cookie online orders?
Yes. In fact, we encourage that. Good question.
Yeah. I'm a little confused about the initial order and what we need for this, especially if we're not going to do what we need this for, especially if we're not going to do girl delivery.
If you still may do in person with the order cards, you might take, like the parents might take it to work, they might take it to their church. That's what we talk about with the initial order.
But if you're not, if you're just doing ship
If you're
cookies,
just doing Digital Cookie, if you're just 100% doing digital, it doesn't really affect you.
yep, you're totally right.
Mhm.
Don't need it. Are troop leaders able to buy the prizes that were given out this season?
Sadly, no. And the reason
Mm.
that we do that is because we don't, it's against Girl Scout USA guidance, because the girls work so hard for them. We don't sell them for at least 3 years. So we would never offer that in a shop. Sorry about that. We had some cool prizes.
I know. We did. I won't get into that. I think we had some hoodies for some very special people last year.
Why would
Shouldn't
you
say
say
that in
that
a public
in the middle?
forum? Apologies. Okay, here's the question. This is a good question. How will the free shipping discount appear in Digital Cookie?
Great question. So when you go to click out, the minute you hit 5 packages, you go to click out, and then it says you have to calculate the shipping, and it appears as a discount. So it'll still say shipping $12.99, and then it'll say minus $12.99. So it appears as you check out.
Right.
And that's a lot of people have that question. So it appears on the checkout as a subsidy.
To customers, like everyone
To
will see it.
customers.
There's no way you can
Yeah.
place an order that week and not see it. There's also a
Mhm.
banner at the top, I believe, right, Mike? But that's
There
easy
is.
to
There will be a banner at the top that says free shipping on all orders 5 packages or more.
We've got a couple of booth questions, which maybe we can get at quickly with the promise that there's more information coming
Sure.
very soon about that. Are credit cards accepted at booths, and how so, if so?
You may absolutely take credit cards at booths through the Digital Cookie app. Has a credit card functionality. And we'll
And
tell
do we
you
have to-
all about that.
Sorry to interrupt you. And do we have to register where we're holding our booth with you?
You do. That will be in the cookie booth video. You will put it in the locator, and you will also request through your service unit cookie manager the booth. So that, and the reason that we ask you to do that is so that 2 troops are not holding a concurrent booth at the same site at the same time.
All right. Are there marketing emails we can use to promote cookie sales and other kind of marketing materials in general?
Yes, that is a functionality of Digital Cookie. You will see marketing emails. Unfortunately, they are not customizable. They are determined by GSUSA, but there is I think there's 3 or 4 of them that you can choose from.
I'll also say that some of us are using backgrounds that are from Little Brownie Bakers
Mhm.
website. They have all the dolphin stuff on LBB's website, and sometimes we throw some kind of flyery stuff on our website when we make it, QR codes or flyers or whatever. So we might have some resources up there as well. All right. Will girls have a QR code for their digital cookies site?
Yes, and we will tell you how to do that. We will walk you through that. In fact, I believe there's a QR code, what we call a cookie sheet. That is something that you create for that. It is not created by GSUSA or Digital Cookie, but we do encourage you to create a QR code because it is the age of the QR code. They have made a comeback.
Can we have more than one cookie manager?
Don't know the answer to that. I don't think so. I think
Yes,
it's just.
they can have more than one person.
Can they? Okay, great.
Yeah. A lot of
Knock
them
yourself
have the
out.
troop leader and the troop cookie manager, or they have two people working as co-TCM, so that's fine.
Great. Heather has overruled me.
Can you remind us of the minimum and maximum for free shipping and where customers will see that?
Absolutely. Minimum is 5. So you'll see there'll be a banner up at the top. Also, when they go to order, if they order 4 packages, which is the minimum for Digital Cookie, they will not see the subsidy. And the maximum is 12 packages per order. Like I said, if your Aunt Esther is a huge fan of the Thin Mints and she decides she really needs 36 cases, she's 100% entitled to do that. We want her to do that. She just has to place 3 orders.
And here's a plug too. Mike mentioned this before, but during free shipping, we will absolutely be posting on our channels like information and language you can use. It's simple stuff, but if you need something to post on your own Facebook or you want your Girl Scouts to have language, check out our channels at that time. We'll definitely be spreading the word.
Absolutely.
Facebook and Instagram and all those places. Our troop leader dropped the ball on distributing prizes last year. Is there any way we can get them for the last year's rewards?
Oh, unfortunately, we don't have any in the office, but you know what? I don't think we have any, but send me an email. And if by chance, whatever I have, you can have. But I don't think we have much.
Cool. If a parent declines a girl delivery order, what's the experience for the customer?
So they get an email that says, would you like to, I believe, and Lauren, correct me if I'm wrong on this, they get an email that says, would you like to, your order has been declined. It has turned into a donation or it has turned into a refund.
So confirming what
it's-
they already chose.
Right,
Yeah.
they'll have already chosen which of those options they would want if their order is declined. So yeah, they'll get an email saying, sorry, you're not getting cookies, but you'll get whatever your second choice was.
Awesome. Here's a fun question. Susie says, will there be a covered in Manhattan and dates? Please say Wall Street.
Oh, it may be Wall Street. I don't know. We are looking for at least one Manhattan covered. And that will be April 5th to, I think it's March, something like that.
So more information to come. When do they receive the rebate? When do you get that rebate in your account?
So when we sweep, we only take what you owe council. And then at the end of the program, at the end, a couple of weeks after March 14th, so let's say probably the week of the 31st, you will get your digital cookie rebate. So we only take what is owed to us. So we only take $4.20. We leave that 80 cents in your account for things like booth cookies and initial order cookies and anything like that. And then the digital rebate comes at the end of the program. A couple of weeks out.
Cool. When are we receiving rewards this year, Mike?
They are scheduled to ship from the bakery on June 26th.
That is what it is, my friends, I'm afraid. All right, we had a question earlier that was a good one. If I'm a first-time troop cookie manager and I would love a little bit of mentoring, a little bit of one-on-one help, what are some ways that I can seek that out? I can think of.
So I would say there are 2 ways. Number 1, you should become besties with your service unit cookie manager. They are amazingly smart people who are, most of them are troop leaders, who have been doing this forever. They know all the ins and outs, and they would be great mentors. Secondly, reach out to someone on our team once cookie season begins. And Sylvia is also an amazing, amazing person on the team. And we'll set up a little one-on-one time with you and walk you through it. We are always here, and we love talking about cookies.
Right. If you're picking up from a cookie cupboard, do you have to take a full case, or can you take just a few boxes?
You can take a few packages. You absolutely can take a few packages. And you'll enter in that on eBuddy, and you'll see on the booth video how you do all that.
All right. Here's a cute question. Do people have to order during the free shipping time frame, or can they order in advance and get free shipping
No,
anyway?
You must, great question. You
Yeah.
must order during that. And so it starts at 1:01 because the bakery is in Central Time. So at 1 a.m. on March 20th, you get from there until midnight on that Sunday. So midnight, so Monday morning at 1:01 a.m. to Sunday at 11:59:59. You have to order during that in order to gain free shipping.
And now's probably a good time to say it's not impossible that we would do a second free shipping period, but we absolutely can't guarantee it. And it's really a matter of how the season goes. So
Well, I mean,
whatever
nothing would
that's
make us
worth.
happier. So
We would love that.
we
Yeah,
would.
if we do
we
that,
would.
it means things are going great and everybody's happy.
So go gangbusters during that.
All right. Next question. Will there be corporate cookie this year?
There will not be corporate cookie this year, but we have redistributed those the time and resources into something called big booths, which we will talk about a little bit of a later date as they get closer. So stay tuned and come to one of our Cookies, Cocoa, and Questions sessions, which will start in March, and we'll tell you all about that.
Are we able to sell cookies at, say, a Stop and Shop or a local mall? As long as it's a booth sale, that's
As long as it's a booth sale, absolutely.
You can't like sell them to Stop and Shop to be then sold to customers. Don't do that.
But yes, those are perfect. I mean, that's the classic booth sale.
Right.
It's what people think about when they think about, Girl Scout cookies, is having to run that gauntlet to get into the mall without a little girl coming up to you going, "Hi, do you want cookies?"
Cool. The next one is because I think we may have confused people by mentioning Salesforce, which is understandable. You don't need a Salesforce email. What we're saying is whatever's email you have in our Salesforce system. So in MyGS and under our registration system, that's where the digital cookie emails are going.
Correct.
Yeah, so if I may, I always
Go
got to
for it.
interject every so often.
Take it. You know Salesforce better than any of us.
Yeah. When you said it, I cringed a little bit. So yes, it's what we refer to you as the system. That's all. So whatever
The system.
whatever your email is that you registered with Girl Scouts of Greater New York, that's the email that everything's going to go to. So please make sure that your parents, and some of you have done this when you changed your email and we don't know. So we do need to know what your emails are so that you can make sure that you get everything that is cookie oriented and things from us as well. So please let us know your emails, update your emails. You can do that yourself. If you don't know how to do that yourself, please reach out to your best team and we will definitely help you with that. Thank you so much.
Thank
Always.
you.
Always.
Thank you.
We love you,
Always.
Miss Debbie.
Always jump in. I rely on you. So the great and powerful Debbie Foreman.
If girls are doing digital cookie sales, do those sales need to be allocated in eBuddy?
No, they go directly to the girl because each girl has an individual link. So you don't have to worry about that. Good question.
It is a
Smarty
good
pants question. That's a good one.
Here's another one about something we confuse people about. Are the prizes, meaning the door prizes, the booth kits, are they on sale?
They are not on sale.
Does
But-
GSUSA sell them?
I believe GSUSA should have that.
Okay,
those,
So
that
they're on
merch.
sale, just not via us.
They are. Just the kit isn't on sale. The kit is a door prize, but you can buy the individual elements.
They may also be available through girlscoutshop.com,
That's what I would think. Yeah.
Great.
but I'm not 100% sure because they are a couple years
And
old.
I did see something that said, do you need booth in a box to do a booth sale? And you absolutely do not. All you need are girls and cookies and homemade signs and energy and all of that good stuff.
Caffeine,
change.
probably.
Make good change.
You could do a plastic tablecloth. You could make your own tablecloth.
Heather loves crafty things. So I mean,
We will distribute a copy of this PowerPoint. Yes.
100% yes. To everyone who signed up. Yes.
Okay, so all right, let me see if I can get this one. So when we sell at the booths, the $5 from each box gets put directly into the Troop account, since we already paid Girl Scouts on the initial order form.
No.
Booth cookies via initial order. Let's explain that again. And
Okay.
the money.
I'm gonna throw this to Heather because she understands and can communicate this better than I can. You knew I was gonna do this to you.
I
didn't you?
knew it was coming my
You knew
way.
it was coming.
I knew. So if you order your booth cookies with your initial order, you want to make sure that they are put on the line that says booth, because you'll see that there's a line that says other. So you don't want to put them on that line that says other. They will be issued to you on credit. So you're not paying us any money up front for those cookies. We will come and sweep your Troop account in May. I don't have the
May.
calendar in front of me. In
I believe it's May 4th.
sounds about right. For any booth cookies and anything you picked up at the cupboard. And we will only sweep you the $4.20 per package. So you're not having to front all that money up front for those booth cookies, because we do realize that a lot of troops, especially new troops, won't have funds to pay for those cookies up front,
Especially this year.
Mhm.
especially this year.
Yeah. All right.
And-
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
And
Heather.
any rebate that you may have from Digital Cookie will offset any money that you may owe us. So if we owe you like $400 for your Digital Cookie sales and you owe us $100 for your booth, we're not going to come and take that $100 for your booth because we owe you more money than you owe us. So you'll see in eBuddy as you go through, it will tell you how much you owe the council.
Cool. Questions about resources and training for booths coming up. There's a video coming up.
Mhm.
There's not a specific booth training like this one, but we will be having these sessions. So do you want to talk about those, Mike?
Yes, we'll have 3 sessions, March, April, and May, that we used to call Cookies, Cocoa, and Questions because it was cold. It was January, February, and March. So we will have little mini trainings. Maybe we'll change the name, maybe we won't. Where we'll talk about sort of just in time things that you need to know. And we'll talk about booths, and but that booth video will be up very, very soon. So you can start hitting us with your booth questions.
Cool. And when should folks look out for their Troop Cookie package with their order cards, and what else will be in there, if anything?
You should have received that from your service unit cookie manager. If you haven't, please get in touch with them. And I believe, Heather, there's the order cards, the Troop envelope, which is a very fun envelope that we have created, which has all the dates on it, receipt books, and
Money envelopes
money envelopes.
and a goal getter form. And I think there's been some questions about the goal getter that we haven't addressed. So I'll take
Absolutely.
that.
Do you want to, please do.
Yeah, I'll take it since I'm
Great.
So the goal getter form it's a black and white order form, very basic, very simple. It was designed to be used during the post sale. So after the girls have done their initial order on their pretty, paper order card and turn those numbers in to their troop leader, a lot of them would have additional orders come in after initial order was over that need to be, placed. So the girls would use that goal getter card to take those orders. But sometimes too, they may fill up that order card, that initial order card, so they can, they can make as many copies of that goal getter as they need And we also know sometimes, you know, mom takes one, dad takes one, auntie takes one.
Absolutely not. Cookies are only sold directly by Girl Scouts,
We know.
as we know, Heather.
We know that, but we know the reality of how it.
Mhm.
So
All right. Thanks, Heather. I've got
And the
a
way-
couple of, oh, go ahead,
The
Mike.
way I like to think of it is the order card you use between March 1st and March 31st. And then the goal getter card, you switch to black and white, and that's in the postseason. And I have to say this because it's the company line. Please do not sell cookies before March 1st with your order card. I would be devastated if you
That was
started.
very
telling us
whispery, sir.
Exactly. You know, do your best to wait till March 1st. We understand if you have, if you have a birthday party on the 26th and you want to take your order card, just don't tell me about it. It's one of those things. I'm like your mom. Don't tell me. But if it happens, it happens.
All right. I think I have like 4 or 5 kind of rapid fire ones. So you ready for?
Okay,
a
great.
little
Yes, let's do it.
rapid fire? Okay.
ready.
How
I'm-
many booths can you have per troop?
As many as you want. But realize that you're on the line for those cookies.
Hmm.
So be ambitious, but be realistic.
Can we host a house cookie party during pre-sales? Don't quite know what that is, but it sounds fine to me.
Yeah, I'm going to go with that. Like, I assume that you mean like, can you host a party during the initial order? You can host a house party whenever.
Yeah. Will the rewards ship directly to the girls?
No, rewards go to your service unit cookie manager, and then the service unit cookie manager arranges a time with the troop leader and gets the rewards to the troop leader. And then the troop leader distributes to the girls.
For what it's worth, we dream of a day where they ship directly to the girls and would love to make that happen. It's
Oh, dear Lord.
prohibitively expensive, but we would love to do that someday. Okay, what happens if you're out of the state or the country and your service unit cookie manager is also out of the state or the country when rewards are supposed to come in? I think that's going to be something we're going to deal with down the line, I would imagine.
Yeah, I don't have a great solution to that. But it's one of those things that, we'll try to work with as best as possible.
We're going to discover a bunch of things with the change in timing. So as we discover problems, we will solve them. All right. Can new troops participate in booth sales?
Yes, 100%. Booth sales are open to everyone.
What is the last day to send a new ACH form? Is there a last day?
It's kind of a rolling thing. We do say that we would like them by a certain date, but it's a roll. We want to give you your money. So
I mean, we definitely want them before initial orders go in so we can do the initial order sweep if you're doing
yes,
if you're doing paper orders, so that way
So
that the
let's
sweep
say-
doesn't bounce.
let's say by the end of the initial order. That seems reasonable.
If you order cookies for a booth via the initial order,
Mhm.
so for a home delivery or to pick up at the drive-through, do you have to pay shipping fees?
No,
But they shouldn't be ordering their booth cookies through digital cookie.
Right,
Right.
that's what I was going to, you're going to pay shipping if you order them like
You're
a
gonna-
digital
if you
cookie
pay-
customer, which you should not do.
which you should not do. Yes.
Yeah.
Right. That was why it was. So yes, but as long as you put them through eBuddy and pick them up at a drive-through or a home delivery, you do not need to pay shipping. Don't put them on digital cookie.
Cool. Okay, we've got a couple of questions about brand new leaders who are doing this for the first time and are not sure how to set a goal, like an educated goal. I think that's probably something, the rewards card may inform you a little, because you can imagine, and we talked about our per girl average earlier, which was 238 packages.
228.
Sorry, 228 is around the 200s. So you can think about it that way. But I'm just wondering, Mike, if you think this would maybe be a good thing to talk to like Sylvia about, or just like seek some advice.
I do. And, talk to your girls about it. If they're super excited, I would look at the rewards cards and see if there's a level that they're super excited about. Like if everybody wants the hoodie, then maybe set it at around 250. If they're brand new and they're tentative about it, set it at 100.
Mhm.
I would say that it's more satisfying to reach a goal than to come vastly short of it. So, you know,
Miss Debbie, you
be
want to add on to
ambitious.
that? I'm sorry. Mike.
So,
Me
so
interrupt you.
yeah, I would like to add on to that. I think what you're saying is great. Also, like the babies are always super excited and they're super cute. So if they say 300-400, because first time I heard the girls say 300-400, I was like, those girls exceeded that, especially with digital cookies. So do not hold them back. Let them have their goals. You know, it's reachable. It can happen. Okay, especially those babies when they smile. Listen, the money just comes out. Just give me everything, right? So yeah, just definitely the order cards with the incentives will help, but for sure, because the babies, I was like, oh my gosh, they just have such great big goals, but the older girls are the ones that'll say like, oh, 50 and 100, but also use that per girl average as a goal as well. That's usually a very good way to measure how you do. That's
When part of your early cookie meetings, Miss Debbie, are going to be think about who your customers will be. And when you make that list, you'll know how long it is. And you think, okay, each customer buys maybe what, 4 boxes? And then you have a number and, you can make an educated guess.
right. And then the cookie booth helps out a lot.
The
too.
booth, yeah, and then the booth something else.
Because
But
you can
anyway, if you
calculate
need
it all.
guidance for that, Miss Debbie's on the volunteer experience team, and we've got Sylvia, and we've got folks who can help you think it through.
Absolutely.
And also I saw a question that said, how do I estimate for a booth? That's something that I would have a conversation with Sylvia, or I would have a conversation with Heather about.
Service unit
be-
cookie managers can help with that.
Or
too.
service unit cookie managers, especially because they know those locations. So yeah, those are 3 really good resources.
And if I'm
Because again,
not-
you don't want to take more than you need, but you certainly don't want to sell yourself short.
if I'm not mistaken, we did put some information in the manual too, with like a percentage breakdown.
Mhm.
Ideas for a booth, because you don't want to, order 20 cases of everything for a booth. Because you don't want your popular or your less popular varieties and be stuck with 20 cases of Toffee-tastic at the end that you can't
Mhm.
sell.
100%.
We
but
think of
yeah.
a really healthy booth sale as 70-80 cases. That's like a great booth sale, right? Would you agree with that?
I
Mike?
would say, yeah,
Yeah.
that's a robust sale.
Okay. So regardless of how you sell the cookie, booth, digital, whatever, you make 80 cents a box, right? It's the same for every box you sell.
Correct. Unless you are a cadet, senior, or ambassador troop that has opted out. In which case
What
you make
if-
85.
What
And let's
happens if you
throw
have
the
cookies?
opt-out form in the chat, please.
Sorry, I keep interrupting you. Mike.
Sorry, go ahead.
Trying to keep the pace up, it's late. All right. What happens if we don't sell all our cookies that we buy for a booth? Or that we get for a booth that we order
So
for a booth?
once
What happens if
once
we have
cookies
leftovers?
come out of a cupboard, you cannot return them. Which is why I always say be optimistic, but cautiously optimistic. You are on the line for them. You may continue to sell them up until I believe it's August 31st is when the expiration date is. So even if cookie season has ended, you may continue to sell them for $5 or $6 a box, depending on the variety. But you are responsible for them. No takebacks.
Can we, as a troop, decide to only do in-person sales and not the digital sales? We're a new troop with young girls.
100%.
Yep.
Digital cookie is there simply as your friend and to make life easier for you. But you may 100%, you may also do the converse. You may choose to do only digital and not do any in-person sales. It's totally up to you.
And booths are not required either.
Booths are not required.
Make sure that nobody feels that they have to go
Nope.
and do a booth.
We got a couple of comments and questions before, and there are a couple here now, and about the drive-through being on the 15th, which is right around or the end of spring break or whatever. Before Mike talks about the ramifications of that, I will just say for all the details that you've heard today and all the complexity of the cookie program, probably the hardest part is picking that calendar. And nobody's ever 100% happy with it, and so we really, really, really try. And I just wanted to say, we're sorry if one of the dates fell on a date that just makes no sense for you, and we will do everything we can to work with you and make it work. So with that, Mike, maybe talk about some of the options that aren't the drive-through or how you can work around that.
So the only other option from the drive-through to get your cookies is to do a home delivery. And again, the minimum for a home delivery is 80 cases. But if, let's say, I have 40 cases and Miss Debbie has 20 cases and Heather has 20 cases, we can all link up and everything can get delivered to my house. And then Debbie and Heather can come to my house and pick up their cookies.
Yeah. Teamwork.
So there are, and we're happy, your service unit manager, cookie manager can help link you up with people in your service unit and we can as well. We do. That's something we hook up.
Awesome. Thank you. If a troop is only doing digital this year, is it necessary to get the hard copy order form?
No. The only thing is the rewards are on the back of the order form, but you can email us and we'll have a digital copy we can send to you. So yeah, don't even worry about save the paper.
If I'm collecting orders on an order form, should I take payment when I take the order?
Yes.
Before cookies are delivered?
Correct. Because you need to deposit that money because we will sweep you for it.
All right, this is for the cookie team, but I think this is going to be Miss Debbie too. Is there a particular bank that you would recommend to open an account? Can we talk about the process of opening a Troop account?
I happen to
bit?
like TD Bank. They are super friendly, I believe.
TD Bank is awesome.
Okay.
And it's green for Girl Scouts.
And it's green for Girl
Love
Scouts.
it.
And I will say they are America's friendliest bank. They are not America's fastest bank. You may wait in line for a little bit, but I personally bank there and I know they have been good to Girl Scouts. Take it away, Debbie.
So they have been the most Girl Scout friendly, I would say, nonprofit friendly banks. It's been a little rough in the past few seasons with the banks being nonprofit friendly, but we can definitely try to help you out with that where we can. But TD Bank has pretty much been at the top.
So if you don't have a Troop bank account yet, what's the first thing you do? Is there a form or is there someone you call, or what's like the first step you take to get that moving?
Yes, please. You should reach out to us so that we can give you we can put it in the chat if one of
That'd be
my
great.
team members does, Matt, put it in the chat. There is a bank letter request form that you must take to the bank so that you'll be recognized as a nonprofit under Girl Scouts of Greater New York. If you do not have those papers when you go, they will turn you around to get those papers. So
And do they
make
get
sure.
that form from you, or is it on the website in a place where they can just grab it?
The bank letter request form is not on the website, but we can happily give that to
All right.
you. It is in the VTK though. It is in the volunteer.
Okay,
Troop.
in the VTK. Cool. So customer care can help you with that. Miss Debbie can help you with that. Her team can help you with that. So somebody throw an email in the chat. That would be helpful for that. That'd be good. I always feel like that it's any opportunity we can demystify the banking. It's a good time to do that. Can you tell us, here's a good question. A new cookie manager for the Troop, but not a new Troop. So can the cookie team or someone tell us what our Troop ordered in the past for booth cookies?
Yes, I would say shoot an email to Heather, and I'm sure that information is on eBuddy somewhere.
Yeah, it would be an
Prior
eBuddy. I just
seasons.
need the troop number and I can pull that.
It's a great question, and that'll be a great place to start.
Here's another one. Can we accept credit cards during the pre-sale?
I would
Girl
love to
delivery would
never
be
use
that,
the
right?
word pre-sale again because it
Okay.
confuses me.
What is the,
So,
is this in the initial order is what we mean by that, right?
initial order? Yes,
Yeah.
you may use that on digital cookie, but you cannot use it like you can't take it on an order card. So you can't use on your order card is cash only.
Yes. All right. Which cookie flavors are $6 again?
There are 2 s'mores and toffee-tastic. Everything else is 5.
Was the pricing on that slide we had before?
I don't know.
Maybe not.
So
Everything else is five.
toffee-tastic and s'mores. Those are our specialty cookies. Oh, okay. So I just saw the Square thing. You can use Square, but here's my thing: is that GSGNY and GSUSA do not pay for any third-party fees incurred by that. So if you use Venmo or you use Square, You pay for all those fees. And also, the IRS, if you take more than $600 total, not per order, you may get a 1099 and you will have to pay taxes on it. So I say use Digital Cookie for credit cards. I encourage you not to use third party, but if you do, it is at your own risk.
Suzanne asked a question about copycat Girl Scout cookies. Tell me about it, Suzanne. So the thing is, the licensing power for like all the Girl Scout brands is held by GSUSA. So if you see like Girl Scout cookie flavored ice cream or whatever, that actually is a brand partnership, that's all GSUSA related, but there are definitely copycats out there, which it would again be like GSUSA would need to take action on that if they felt like they could, but it's annoying, right?
Yes, and actually the one of our troop leaders found counterfeit Thin Mints that were actually baked by the same people as ABC Bakers. So it complicates, it's a huge scandal. But yes, they were in like a Dollar Tree. And this is why I love our leaders and why I consider you part of our team, is the number of people who found them in Dollar Trees and then sent them to me and went, do you know about this? And I was like, we have great people in the field here at GSGNY. So yes, I know all about that. And I've actually had a conversation with GSUSA. They seem thoroughly disinterested.
Yeah. All right. I'm certain we didn't catch every single question, but I'm all the way down at the bottom of the chat now. So if your question did not get answered, please re-enter it so we can grab it now. We've had some good ones. There's some questions about like resources and stuff like that. People have been sharing Little Brownie Baker's website where there's lots of great stuff. There's stuff on our website and there will probably be more. You can always shoot us an email if you've got an idea of something that would be helpful and we'll see what we can do. Is it normal to feel overwhelmed?
1000%. Do you know how much information we have given you? This is like a crash course. This is like one of those weekend courses that it's not even taking a weekend. Like we have jammed it into an hour. Breathe. We are here for you. We are here to support you. Oh dear, the questions are coming.
I got you. Don't get overwhelmed, Mike. Don't you get overwhelmed.
I won't.
All of these resources are kind of bite-sized and they're all going to be in different formats. You can read the stuff, you can listen to it, you can watch it. That's on purpose so that you can take little bite-sized pieces of this after this, now that you have like the full kind of idea of what we're into. Millions, like literally millions of women and men and other folks do this every year. And you are not special. You too are going to be able to do it. So don't worry. We're all going to get through this together.
Special. I disagree with that sentence. You are special.
When I went to college and was afraid that I wouldn't make any friends, I told myself, you're not that special. Everyone goes to college and make friends. You're not that special that you won't. So it's a good thing. I mean it in a good way. That's a little look into my brain. Okay. Is there an eBuddy app?
Oh God, I don't know. I've only ever used it on.
There is, because I think there is, because I think I've got it.
Okay,
is there
cool.
anybody app?
Miss Debbie is nodding away, so
Yes,
I believe her.
There's anybody
Yeah.
app. Yes.
I thought we got an email about an updated app. Yeah.
I would imagine it's not award-winning.
It may not do everything you want it to, but yes, apparently there is an app.
There is. Are we having a cookie rally?
We are not having a cookie app.
Not this year.
What?
If we're doing girl delivery digital cookie orders, do we need to input those for our initial order? That's a good question. Does digital cookie talk to eBuddy when it comes to girl delivery?
Yes, because it will then round up. That's how we know to round up. So you don't have to do anything with digital cookie. It goes into eBuddy automatically. Sorry if we looked at you a little weird. It was just we all were like, what? What's going on?
Heidi, I hope this is a joke. Can I resign as the troop cookie manager? But if it isn't, you sure can, but you'll need to replace yourself.
It's true.
All right. Will the girls get their rewards before the school year officially ends? We don't know.
They're scheduled to ship on June 27th.
Yeah.
Sylvia,
the promise we can make you is that the holdup will not be us.
Will not be us. Hi, Sylvia. Hi. Sylvia has her hand up.
Sylvia.
I just want to say, troop leaders and cookie managers, go to your service unit cookie meeting and pick up the paperwork because you will have this envelope that has all the dates and you will need to know.
Ooh, we can't hear
Lean
you.
forward,
Every
Sylvia,
step.
lean forward.
Make sure you put your envelope.
I
Cool. Okay,
believe,
she,
I
go ahead,
believe
Mike.
what Sylvia said was go to your service unit cookie manager, pick up all your stuff, and make sure you reference your cookie envelope because it has all the fun dates on it that you will need. And all kinds of information. We put lots of stuff on there.
Here's a question.
Thanks, Sylvia.
What's the earliest you could submit your initial order?
I believe we asked you not to do that until a few days before. Correct, Heather? You're muted.
Sorry, yeah, I was muted. I was reading the chat too. That's correct. Because you want to make sure that all of those girl delivered digital cookie orders filter over. So
It's one of those ones you don't want to be ahead on. So-
yeah. So if initial order ends the 31st, that's the last day of, you know, girl delivered digital cookie orders coming in. You want to give it. So you kind of want to wait until like the day that everything is due to us, really.
Yeah.
Give it a couple of days to filter in and make sure that nothing got missed. But you definitely don't want to jump the gun there.
And you don't want to be surprised, especially if there are extras.
Right. Or you don't want to have your girl missing cookies, which has happened.
Right.
That's usually what would happen is, you know, they'll come to pick up and be like, I should have 10 Thin Mints and you've only got 8 for her. And we always will make sure that you know, get those cookies from a cupboard or something, but to save you, you know, the trouble of having to go to the cupboard and try to figure that out and have her disappointed at cookie pick.
Don't overachieve. Don't overachieve. Relax on this one.
All right.
Relax on all of cookie season.
I feel
We're
like
here
we
for
keep
you.
getting a couple of questions about sweep timing, and we really shouldn't be sweeping your account for any money that's not in there. But Lauren, do you remember, or Mike, do you remember which video talks about sweeps so we can direct people to that? There's one that has like the kind of visualization of the sweep timing.
I believe it's in the glossary.
Is it in the glossary? Okay. Let's put up like the best resource about sweeps and we'll go over that again before it's time for that, like in a future, in our future cookies, cocoa, and questions sections. Like we're definitely going to keep talking about sweeps, but you really shouldn't.
And there's
If
only
everything-
2 this year. There's
Yeah.
one after the initial order and one at the end. Because we just decided it was
Right.
too insane to try to do a 50% sweep in it. So
And
Okay,
if,
next
if
question.
they're doing
Sorry, go ahead.
paper orders, they're collecting that money up front. So they'll have
Mhm.
that money, you know,
Mhm.
they shouldn't be worrying that we're sweeping more money than what they've collected, as long as they've collected all the money for those paper orders, because that's literally all that we're sweeping for, and that little handful of extras.
and I would say one thing more is collected and deposited. So you want to put
Correct.
that money in the bank as soon as you get it.
Don't
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
have
yeah.
$800 sitting on your dining room table.
As long as everything goes as it should, you should never be swept for money that's not in there. All right. Should family members of the leaders order online if they don't have a Girl Scout in the troop or to order from? Yes.
Yes.
Y'all, anyone should order from your kids. Like you want all the customers you can find. There's no rule that says that like you only are allowed to sell cookies to your family members. And in fact, we at the council try really hard to make sure that every New Yorker that wants to buy cookies can find your troop links and can find your digital cookie links. So every New Yorker can buy cookies. So with any luck, you'll have strangers placing orders from your troop links if we've done our jobs right. So everybody should buy cookies from your troop. That's what I think.
And the
I
troop
went
links
to
are
the post
perfect
office.
for that.
I went to
What
the
was that?
post office with my Girl Scout gear on because you know I always have on Girl Scout gear,
Mhm.
and I got cookie orders from the post office. So if
Exactly.
you put your daughter or your troop members in their vest, people are gonna come to you. You
Yep.
don't have to worry about it.
Totally.
I got one from the DMV, Debbie. So you know,
Right.
There you
I was
is
go.
why
like,
I
how
don't
does she
leave the
know?
house.
How does she know? And I was like, oh, my hat. Yeah.
All right, y'all. This is I'm not going to ask this question the way it is. I'm just going to clarify. There is only one time that actually, Mike, you tell me if I'm wrong. There's only one time that anyone needs to pay to move cookies around. And that is when you buy them shipped and pay for shipping,
Correct.
right?
Through digital cookie.
Initial order cookies, you do not pay to have them delivered to you we pay for that actually.
Mhm.
Everything else about moving them around.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, cool. Do we have the drive-through locations set yet?
We do. They're in the Troop Cookie Manager
Manual.
manual, Troop Cookie manual. And we will link, that's in the chat. We can drop it again.
Cool.
There's one in the Bronx, there's one in Queens, there's one in Staten Island, and there's one in Brooklyn.
Does anybody have expertise in, can we talk about the badges and pins for girls that they can, like, that are focused on digital cookie? Do troop leaders need to buy those? I don't think anything's really required.
I would say you should drop Lauren, can you drop your email in the chat? And we can get you some information on that.
If I'm not mistaken, as the girls work through Digital Cookie, it tells them when they've completed and what they've completed. And then, yeah, either the troop or the parent would need to purchase it.
Yes, it's not something we provide. We'll drop the Troop Cookie manual link in again. Corey, if you can do that.
And for Jen, Troop Cookie Manager forms don't follow from the previous year. So you don't
Correct.
need to worry that your old manager is going to be in there. Cool. So one more time, for initial order, paper order cards, we need to collect money when the cookies are ordered, not when they're delivered.
Correct.
Right?
And there was a question on cash or check. It's always better to do cash because then it's done. Because if that check bounces, then you need to contact that person, and it's just a big, I mean, unless you absolutely know the person 100% and you know their check is not going to bounce, I say don't take a check.
And when we've talked about checks in the past, we recommended nothing more than $50.
Yeah.
If you were going to take a check.
I mean, I would go so far as to ask for a form of ID and make sure I wrote down a phone number and like a license.
All right.
I usually do cash and money
Heather.
orders from people.
Money orders are good.
Money orders
are
are
good.
great.
If we want to set up a booth in front of a Whole Foods, do we need to ask Whole Foods?
You do. You need to get permission from your host site. And I will also say that you need to follow whatever rules they're doing. If you're setting up in front of someplace like a clinic, let's say your mom's a nurse, you have two moms who are nurses or dads who are nurses or doctors, they may require masks, whatever their rules are. You should be a good person and follow.
Does the money, so from a digital cookie transaction, when you make a sale on digital cookie, does that money go straight into the Troop bank account?
It does not. We give you your rebate at the end of the program. They write us a check at the end. We distribute it to you.
Cool. If we are a Troop based in Queens, are we limited to doing booth sales in Queens?
It's nebulous, but no. Like, let's say you have.
Oh, sorry. It's like, can we go to other boroughs? And then it says Long Island.
Oh, Long Island is a no. You may only stay within our jurisdiction, which is the 5 boroughs. What I was going to say is, let's say that you have a relationship with a bodega that is in another borough. You may absolutely do it in front of them, especially if you have a personal connection.
Especially if you have a personal connection. The issue we're going to have is, you know, and also I'll say this, Mike, when you pick a troop or a booth sale site, you should reach out to your service cookie manager to make sure that there isn't like another troop that's going to do a sale that day. Like, there's a lot of coordination.
Correct.
If you're going outside of your service unit, then you may run into that traffic jam again. So
yes, 2 people from the same troop can have access to eBuddy. You must have a Troop Cookie Manager agreement though for each one of those people.
okay, so y'all, the Long Island Council is not allowed to sell in our jurisdiction. We don't have an enforcement crew to make sure that doesn't happen, but it's not like they have different rules than us. They're choosing to go across the lines. There are a lot of things in cookie season where if you ask us the question, we're going to tell you the answer. The answer is we shouldn't sell in jurisdictions that aren't ours, but there's almost no way for us to know
Mhm.
in certain circumstances. So you're gonna have to
And we've
decide
said
what you
no
wanna ask
to
us about.
people who have in Nassau that have said, can we sell at this location that is in our jurisdiction? And I
Right.
have said no. That is, that's on our side.
Michael,
Yes.
if you go to look for cookies in the map, the Long Island or Nassau Council already has like 4 booths set up in Queens with dates and everything.
Is it in their zip code? Is it in
No,
that zip code
in
that they
our
share?
zip code. In our zip code.
I would say send me a screenshot of it and I'll have a conversation with the Nassau Council.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem.
Thanks, Susie. All right. So if we really realize we need more cookies for our booth after the initial order, we can do a home delivery until May, right?
Negatory. No, no, no. You must go to a cupboard.
Go to a cookie cupboard. Mhm.
You get one shot at booth cookies.
It's okay, Tabitha. It's a good question. I'm glad you asked.
It's a good question.
All right. I can't believe how many people have made it this long. Congratulations to the
yourself
93 of you who are
The
still here.
93 of you who have stayed to the bitter, bitter end. Oh, thank you. Yay. I
Yay.
think I'm gonna do the sort of auctioneer sign off that I normally do, which is I'm going to say, if there are any more questions, going once, going twice. Okay, I see a lot of people are signing off, not fast enough. We've been here a long time. Thank you for coming. Bye, everybody.
You do need permission to do a booth. You do.
You do need permission to do a booth. Goodbye.
Yes.
My sign off.
Thank you all so much.
Oh, this is my sad part. This is all my friends leave.
There are lots of other opportunities to ask us questions, and also we're very findable,
Yes.
Sharina. So don't be
Thank
overwhelmed.
you.
Bye. That little number goes down and I feel sad. Bye, new friends.
Were we supposed to end at 8:30?
Yeah.
I just want to say good night, ladies and
Good night.
gentlemen, and you guys have been awesome.
Thanks, we
awesome.
try.
I
Bye.
see you tomorrow.
So organized, but we try. We try to be.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank
Good night.
you.
Good night. Goodbye.